Hi, I'm Daniel, and Caveman have been used in media. Wait, I already made a video comparing two Caveman movies. This is another comparison about Caveman. This is the 30th TV show nicest video, and since I did a comparison for the 20th, I'll do another about two popular young running shows. It's been quite a while since I discussed either. Both episodes from the third season, and involve the usual character in Caveman form and Caveman speaking. They are both similar in how they did it, and I consider discussing both on their own, but thought I might well compare them in this video. Early SpongeBob specials often have two titles. One is Spongebob B.C, before comedy. I love that title being a clever alternate acronym for BC. That sounds like it's disrespecting itself for saying it's before comedy existed. The title OG is weaker and the main name used to describe the special. This is probably one of the better SpongeBob specials in my opinion, that has grown me over the years. First, I'll go over the Patchy segment, where Patchy talks about during caveman times. Potty disagrees and said the future is better, and this is a great use of Potty. I like it when you mention SpongeBob, and it cuts him saying a pirate and a parrot are arguing about him and the parrot is winning. This concept just great comedy on its own. Patrick found a caveman who is played by the voice actor of Patrick, and he does a good job in that role. Potty brings in a robot and they end up fighting until eventually teaming up in the song when worlds collide. I'm mixed on robotic singing, but this song is catchy and I like the episode Ruin Me. These patchy segments don't need too much story and don't need to be dragged out. It keeps a parody of kids have action TV with its corniness and a fourth wall breaking edge. It's just really fun wrap around. Now for the actual main part of the episode. The Caveman world created and enhanced by the animation is great. I like the colour filter making the background look a lot more like salt water. The way they incorporate a prehistoric look to the designs is great. Story is kind of basic as they discover fire and fight over it. That makes you wonder how it lasted so long, but it works at a slower pace. The dynamic of SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward, or in this case SpongeGar, Patar, and Squog, have been perfected. You most likely already know these characters, so this version of them is automatically readable and appealing. The dialogue had some words understandable or made by the characters. For example, Tobonga what does that mean? I don't know what it means, but seeing Spog screaming to SpongeBob who is confusingly saying Tobonga you get the point of that interaction and it's very funny. The language enhances all the comedy, then it feels just in English. And Abundance and Slapstick is normally funny, but Spog skipping is just really funny. Especially with SpongeBob and Pat are just talking while it's happening. The way everything comes together to tell the story is fascinating. I like all the small details, like how the fire is burning Squog, followed by SpongeBob and Patar putting their hand in the fire and taking a long time to think about it before reacting. I also love the intense music over a weird shot on SpongeBob's face, and then cutting to a quartet singing. This episode is genius and tells the pace through montages, or gets better every watch. It's up there in season 3. It's not in the top 10, but it's better than I would have thought. This episode is underrated despite being nominated for an Emmy. Phineas and Ferb Season 3 had a series of time warp stories. 4 episodes featured characters in a different time period. Tristone Area is the Caveman one I'll talk about today. It is similar to the other episode, but only 11 minutes and fits that time span better. The start of what makes the episode stand out, the fourth wall joke. It just randomly cuts to cutouts of the creators, Dan Pokemon and Jeff Swampy, pitching the episode concept to each other. Even talk about how they're going to explain things with these cutout segments. Phineas and Ferb barely even had a fourth wall to break at this point. This is the equivalent of Patrick's segment because it's shown throughout the episode, not just once. In most shows, this would be awkward and repetitive, but this is Phineas and Ferb. The writers know how to make it work with the duo discussing how to make the episode. It's funny and the best part that makes the episode seem better than it actually is. But even without that, it'll still be a pretty fun episode. It continues the caveman talk with somewhat understandable, but mostly is carried by the visuals and characters. The ending line is Ferb saying they should wait till tomorrow to tell them about the new language. Canonically, Phineas and Ferb invented modern English. At this point, what can't they invent? Does that mean prehistoric doofusnerds found a way to make everyone forget about modern English until recently? Anyway, there's also a song where caveman music begins with Gitchy Gitchy Goo. It sounds nice, but you understand why the song got forgotten. The story is quite basic with Phineas and Ferb. They build a wheel and Candace tries to bust them, meanwhile Doofusmith plots against his brother. I see why they want to tell a borderline story just in a different time period. However, the other Time Warp episodes aren't like that. They play around with the interactions, having characters meet and follow a cliche of that time warp location in media. This uses the caveman gimmick as a crutch, but it's still enjoyable. The use of visual storytelling and world design is great. Both episodes manage to replicate the unique comedy of their own show without much speaking. This is a good episode. I originally thought it was one of the best 11-minute episodes, but it's not. I have yes to say about it out of the two. In conclusion, this may be surprising because the episode's mixed reception, but I think Ugg is the better episode. I think it makes better use of the setup and has more memorable comedy. Both are strong contenders for shows I love. I would want to talk about SpongeBob more frequently in the future, but not really currently. Phineas and Ferb got renewed for 2 more seasons, which isn't needed but could still work. If you enjoyed this video, consider pressing subscribe and watching more. The end.